3, 2, 1, action! Hello, world, and welcome to my channel. I'm Everest VR, but you can call me Galen, and we are here for what is it? The 4th episode of the podcast, Beyond the Headset.
Yep, 4th.
And
Might be the 3rd.
Yep.
No, it's actually the
Fourth.
4th
It's
because
fourth.
Okay.
Fusion missed out on one of them.
Oh.
If you remember right. That's why we think it's 3. As Fusion was saying earlier. And we have a special guest, Trainer. As many, if you guys do not know, we are getting special guests in the podcast. Right now, we're choosing them randomly. We're not actually choosing per a scheduled or what's it called when you schedule yourself for a certain event? Like I can't say the word for my own. Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, we're tired, guys. We're tired. Zany's
we
wrestling.
are.
Zany's
Not me.
wrestling a
Not
hurricane.
me.
Fusion is
Yep.
also just regular tired, and Mr. Bob just joined in. So,
And I'm
anyway,
just chilling.
and Miss Trader's just chilling. Anyway, we haven't done a schedule system yet where you guys can fill up certain slots that will be available like in a month's
Like
time.
kind of like a form to fill out.
Well, not a form. It's just basically there's only so many podcasts we have in 1 month, and then that way there's only so many positions that can be filled. So that way we're not doing that yet, because what we're doing, guys, right now is
Oh, that's curse.
So what we're doing right now, guys, is this is like a beta. We're getting an understanding how it is to bring guests. We're understanding how that works. We're understanding how to moderate all that,
Yeah,
and then in
baby.
time, when the beta leaves, we will set up probably that situation. But for right now, it's beta. We just randomly invite. But back to the conversation at hand. This podcast will be about what if we all were billionaires? What if you guys were billionaires? What on earth would we want our dream VR headset to be? And what will our dream VR game also be? Since Trainer is new here, and usually we start anyway in that chair, Trainer, you'll go first because we usually go this direction all the way to Mr. Bob.
Ooh.
Okay.
Something else.
So, if I was a billionaire,
Like if you had all the money in the world to make a VR headset perfectly suited for you, what would you want in that headset? Would it have 4K? Would it be would it use like full-on body tracking? What will make this headset special to you?
it might have like some 4K resolution, like no low quality stuff. Just like make it like, you know, higher quality, not like you know, Google Cardboard VR stuff. Not
Fair
that.
enough. Fair enough.
Oh no, the horror.
I would make it look a bit like, I don't know, 3D-ish. You know, like the 3DS that has like the 3D effect.
So in case
Oh,
you do not
yeah.
know, VR headsets do a 3D effect. So
What?
we actually see scale. And
Okay.
We see, so
Okay,
yeah.
I just want to be sure, like, you know, don't want, like, you know what I'm saying?
Try
Like,
winking.
I did.
Like try winking when you get in a VR headset.
Winking? I mean,
Like,
I don't
from
have,
side to
like,
side.
you know,
Yeah.
wait,
So
like, you mean, like,
you know how when you have you ever gone to a 3D movie before, Trainer?
no, not really.
Okay. So basically, if you ever put a VR headset on, it gives a different angle per each eye, so it makes things feel like they're real. Like 3D, you can see size, you can see
Oh.
distance. It looks really, really good.
There's
You know
even
what's
some.
funny?
Yeah.
I never
what's
used
up?
VR.
I know you're on Xbox. I hear Xbox is getting their own VR headset in like in a year or two, but I would almost recommend.
Oh, wait, they are?
From
I
what I
never
heard,
heard that.
from what I heard, like I heard Meta is going to help them make their own VR headset,
Nintendo
Which is-
Labo.
which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was my first headset.
Wait, hold on. Quick question. What did happen to Nintendo Labo? What did happen to
Okay.
it?
Canceled, most likely.
I actually know. I actually do know. So the problem is anything that does a 3D effect, VR headsets, the Nintendo 3DS, Labo, is very unhealthy for anybody under the age of 13. It can actually make you go blind under the age of 13. Nintendo didn't want to get sued, so they stopped doing that. They stopped going. That's why Nintendo doesn't have a VR headset, because their main gaming like population is, you know, kids under the age of 13. So
Yeah, let me tell you something.
I-
Like long ago,
I mean-
I actually got the VR headset and it was like so amazing. I didn't have everything, but that was my first VR experience and it was better. Way better than Google Cardboard, but it still was technically a Google Cardboard.
yeah.
Well, I've technically used VR before. VR arcade.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
there's
like
a cinema,
I like a
right?
local David
There was
Foster.
a bunch of arcades in a arcade room.
Gotcha.
And then there was a VR arcade that you could put on a VR headset and then, you know, play with your family members and stuff. It was
Cool.
actually really fun.
Awesome.
There was
Awesome.
also some sort of like roller coaster arcade. It was actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, I know. I think I know exactly what game you're talking about.
Really?
So
yeah,
there
there's
aren't
this
very
free
many.
Oculus game.
There aren't very many VR games out there, so there's a pretty good chance we've experienced exactly what you talked about already.
Yeah.
I was
So,
free
in the arcade, there's like two seats. There's one on the left, one on the right. It's
Right.
kind of like collecting coins type situation. So when you and your friend are together in the VR game, all you gotta do is collect many like orbs as you can, like for this little roller coaster type mini game. It's like collecting many orbs as you can, like see who wins or something. But this happened like 2 or 4 months ago.
Mhm.
That was like before school ended. So
All right, so let's put it this way then. Since you've never really tried an actual VR headset yet, and you don't actually own one yourself, and you don't, it kind of
Yeah,
makes
I
it hard
don't
for you. It makes it hard for you to kind of answer the question I basically
I'll be right
presented
back.
you.
Hold on, I need
Sure
to go
thing.
clean something up.
Sure thing. Then what kind of VR headset are you hoping to eventually try out?
okay, so basically I was in Walmart, right?
All right.
There was a PlayStation 2 VR that was on sale at the electronics store, like in
Mhm.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That costs like somewhere like $400 or $300. So yeah. But I was hoping that like you know, Oculus 2 or 1. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a good VR.
The Quest 2 is great. Actually, I think everyone here except me is using a Quest 2. And they're
Pretty much.
good. They're good headsets. The only good thing about the Quest 3 is you have augmented reality features, but that's really the only thing extra it does.
Though, let me
So-
tell you something,
Yeah.
Everest.
For
The
those of you
Quest
that-
2S
Oh, my cat
exists
just
now.
walked in. Hold on.
The Quest 3
My
yes.
cat just
The
walked
Quest
in.
3 yes.
The Quest 3S exists
Yeah.
now, and it's about the same price as
Guys,
the
there's
older
a,
Quest 2
there's
price.
A space
Mhm.
left.
It's a bit like
Professor
$100
But
higher.
it runs on the Qualcomm Snap 2 card, so you can play all the Quest 3 exclusive games too. The only bad thing about it is
Oh, it's
that
also it's
it-
colored.
Say again?
The background is not black and white; it's actually colored too.
Well, that and the it doesn't have the
Huh?
same high-end lenses as the Quest 3, and it doesn't have the same memory as
Yeah.
the Quest 3, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, Trainer, go ahead because it's technically the question that was directed to you. So
Yeah.
Oh, about the
So,
VR.
yeah, the question
Like,
yeah,
what
the
would I
question
get?
was what is your dream VR headset basically? Is it a Quest?
Oh,
is it a
when I was talking
PSVR?
about.
Is it
Oh, I already told you I wanted a Oculus 2 or 1. That was my
Okay.
answer. I wanted
Gotcha.
an
gotcha.
Oculus 1 or 2. I mean, I don't want it to make like very expensive VR. I just want like a normal VR, like Oculus 2, for example. Not Rift, because Rift is kind of like
Rift is outdated right now, and it may not work with old games.
Yeah,
right now.
it's-
That's the problem.
yeah, it's outdated. That's
Don't
why
get me
I'm
wrong,
talking
it is
about
still a
Rift,
great
because,
headset. For anyone that has tried it, and I bet Chad
Yeah.
has, it is a fantastic
Yeah.
headset, but it might not work very well.
I mean, if you want to get very nostalgic with Rift, then I suggest you play Job Simulator. If you use like a Rift or something for nostalgic
The Job
purposes.
Simulator. Yep, that's fair. That is
I mean,
fair.
that's like one of the first like. I mean, that was like kind of like the first popular VR games ever. Like
No,
one
it
of the
was.
first.
It really was. It really was, along with Beat Saber.
Before VR chat.
Actually, VR
was
chat
like-
was out before that. A lot of folks don't realize VR chat
Oh,
is out since what 2014, I think 2015. VR chat is older than
Since
Rec
Teen
Room.
Titans Go.
So,
That was funny. Comparison.
but okay, then seeing that you've already said
I mean,
that,
Rec Room is technically VR Chat 2.0.
I mean, I consider Rec Room way better than VR chat personally. That's
Yeah.
my opinion. I know Fusion prefers VR chat.
I mean, that's a
over
bit
Rec
of
Room, which is
a
understandable.
stretch, don't you think?
Don't tell anyone, but I'm actually with you too.
I mean,
I'm sorry,
okay,
Zay.
okay,
I mean, I'm
Well, they have their own
sorry.
flavors. They have their own flavors.
That's okay.
Hold up.
What's up?
When you said that Rec Room is way better than VR Chat, it's a kind of bit of an understatement since, VR Chat is way, like, older than, Rec Room stuff. A bunch of people play on
Well,
it.
VR chat has better graphics and supports way more than Rec Room. The only reason I think Rec Room is more advanced, or that I like Rec Room more, is because I can literally get a maker pen, build something, and be like, "Yo, you can have this." That's the only reason I like Rec Room more. It's the only- we can
Oh
basically
yeah, by the way,
build on the spot.
I think you forgot something. Before you make your pen, sandbox machine. Before they make pen 2.0, the charade. You can make inventions and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah,
Seriously.
so that's why I like. That's personally why I like Rec Room. I wish VR chat would have that function, but it's not available yet. Anyway,
Okay,
I
hold on.
digress. But when
Here,
yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
say something.
Sure.
Okay, Evolutions of Maker Pen, 2016, Charades Pen, 2017, Sandbox Machine, 2018, the Maker Pen 2.0, which is, Maker Pen that we use to, like, build rooms and stuff.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I lived through that. I actually lived through that.
So
I
yeah,
remember
rest in peace, Sandbox Machine. You'll be missed.
I mean, it still exists in Crescendo, so at least it's somewhere.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't. It's dead. It's dead. But now, when it comes to your dream VR game, what would you like to make as a VR game? Like, I know you haven't experienced too much.
Oh
of
yeah.
VR, but what do
I
you
mean,
think?
I remember I said that there will be a 4K resolution, very high quality and stuff. I don't know if we're gonna make full body tracking, just like Meta.
Mhm.
Hold on, face tracking is kind of a good idea. It actually like tracks your face when you like move your eyes. It's a bit odd, but it's kind of a bit realistic,
Right. So that's software. That's not technically a game. Is that the answer you want to go with? You want to go with?
Oh,
software?
you're talking about games. I thought you were talking about like VR, like headset stuff.
Well, we did,
I thought you were talking
but
about that.
it's two questions. One is what will be your dream VR headset, and then the other one is what will be your dream VR game.
Oh, like what's the VR game that I really want to play?
No, that you wish you could make, like that you could wish you could go to a studio and be like, "Yo, this is the game that I want you to make," and they'll be like, "You got it." Like, what game would you like for that to be a thing? Do you like want a fantasy game? Do you want a sci-fi? Do you want a
hold
VR
on.
MMO?
Call me a troll, but I want to make a rage game, like a platformer rage game.
Really? Okay.
I want to see like people rage and stuff, and it'll be very funny.
Okay.
Like,
We're gonna make the next getting over it.
like a platform game.
Yeah. No, I know. I
Like
know.
a VR platform game that will make you rage as hell. That is an idea.
I haven't seen any like official platforming games, but that's probably because Rec Room and VR Chat practically is it at the moment. That's fair.
I mean, technically there are some rage games in Rec Room, but that doesn't really count as quote unquote VR game because it's a game inside of Rec Room, not like an actual game made by you, like actual game, like you're the property of it.
Right. Interesting. All right. Zany,
Yeah.
are you living?
Zany, wake up.
Zany just became
Buzz,
like.
you
Oh
are
my
not
god.
Buzz Lightyear.
Zadie
I'll
just
tell
bought
you
some
this.
stuff.
No, I didn't buy stuff. I've had
You
this.
gotta be kidding me.
Oh, you
Zany.
had it? Okay, that's even better.
Zany.
Um,
Zany.
Are you ready to ask your
What
questions
about it? Let me
on
just.
like?
I think he's dead.
So what's up? Yeah, Zany,
Why you
what
left
is
the
your
Everest?
dream VR headset? If you could build your own
Oh.
VR headset, what would it be? Like, what features would it have? What could it do?
For me, I feel like it'd be a mix between the MetaQuest 3 and something.
Yeah!
Say that easy. Okay, it's okay, Zany. say again.
As I was saying, I feel like for me, it'd be a mix between something along the lines of the MetaQuest 3 camera
Okay.
and stuff. With all,
Trainer,
like,
we're trying to hear what Zany's saying. Give him a moment. Give him a moment. All right, say that again. I'm so sorry.
So I feel like it would be a mix between the MetaQuest 3 with the cameras on and everything and all the stuff that has like perfect tracking,
Right.
perfect like basically, and then a mix between like a PlayStation 2 or a Vive headset of some kind where it has good like good everything else.
So basically, like a regular MetaQuest, but with better tracking. That's what you're saying, right?
Better tracking, more compatibility with games, better, easier to see,
Okay, you're so guys, in case you do not know, Zany here is literally wrestling with a hurricane live time, and that's why his audio comes out a bit on the edgy side. So, what was those last few words you said there at the end?
I said
That it has more
I said-
compatibility, like with what? So, like a VR headset that's like compatible with like PlayStation VR games and compatible with PC games, it's like Steam VR. Is that what you mean? Okay, that would be interesting. I mean, I feel like that would unlikely happen, but I would love it if it did. That'd be cool. Okay. Anything else that you would like add to that kind of VR headset?
make it affordable.
Cool. Very cool. And then when it comes to your dream VR game that you wish existed but doesn't, what game would that be for you?
Ooh, that's a tough choice, really. Because if you want to base it off stuff, there's a bunch of options.
Say again?
If I had to say for like, if I was gonna say like, if you want to base certain things off of other games, a lot of options.
It's okay, Fusion. Mr. Bob, why are you crying over there? Your character
I'm crying?
your character is so sad. Zany, you're gonna have to
Well,
say that
this
again.
is what I'm saying.
Your face is literally stuck for me. Like you're stuck in the same face. Your mouth is just open.
Look at my hat.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Look at my hat.
backwards.
My hat is misproportioned,
Okay.
which is why I'm sad.
Okay, your voice is back. Your voice is back.
Basically, okay. What I was trying to say, like, if you want to learn parts from other things like physics and stuff, on.
So, Zany is just gonna straight up just message this, and we'll try and read it because that's what happens when you wrestle a hurricane. I remember one time. Well, physics. Oh, so just
Here,
like
look at the chat.
a VR game with better physics, almost like Blade and Sorcery, Dungeons of Eternity, something with that level of compatibility.
What's wrong, bro?
Kinda.
It's all right, right?
Kinda.
It's right, right?
What genre would you want your dream VR game to be? Like,
How look? What
would
look
it be like fantasy? Would it be science fiction? Would it be something else? Or would it just be like a VR MMO? I think Zany died. I don't think they can hear me right now. Okay. Zany is clearly
I'm trying to lighten the
fighting
mood.
a hurricane. Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
I
So
take
much.
physics from
I need to read this. From,
wow, that's a
and
lot
put
of
it into an
words.
open world.
So basically, guys,
Just
Zany.
reread
And
this.
Zane, speaking of
Yeah.
Zane, he just died.
All right, Mr. Bob, just reread what Zany said.
So, according to what Zanny said, or Professor Haunt, I would take physics from DOE and BAS and put it into an open world linear game where you can go on a set path, but can also explore to your heart's content. Or if not that, then the same physics in a turn-based RPG like Persona 5 Royale, where you can turn on a physics mode.
So, guys,
And
basic-
perform
go
the action yourself while still being a turn-based RPG.
So, in short,
So,
guys.
Professor Ghost, what do you say for yourself? Oh wait, he's dead.
So, guys, so you understand basically what Zany is trying to infer. He basically wants there to be turn-based VR games that are in first person, but you can also switch them in and out from turn-based to non-turn-based. So basically, OBS was not working, and I had to hit the record button. It was so annoying. To answer your question, Trainer, I use Patreon because Patreon helps me deal with the taxes when I actually get money from it. If I use any other site, I have to do the taxes myself, and it's a pain. So that's why I use Patreon.
Basically, that's what it is, but more specifically, turn-based mode is the exact same thing as physics mode, but your allies, you click the option you want your character to do, and they do it.
Okay.
Physics mode is where you decide on an option and you do it instead.
Yeah. No, I understand perfectly what you're saying, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, I will definitely give you the thing that you definitely are saying a unique perspective that I've never heard anybody say in a VR game. Like,
What do you mean?
Like the whole turn-based thing. Like most people, when people play VR games, they're looking for immersion and not turn-based. So it is an interesting thing you're saying there.
I mean, hey, you gotta at least have some kind of turn-based game.
I don't believe
Speaking of
in
Persona
turn-based
5 Royal,
games.
speaking of Persona,
Yeah.
totally get back.
Respectfully. Like if you guys like turn-based games, more power to you. Like legit.
Yeah, go for it.
Speaking of Persona 5 Royal, I should probably get back into playing it.
No, I've never played it, but I know people say very, very good things about it.
It is actually really good. It is really good.
Nice. What about you, Fusion? I'm sorry, it's taking a while.
Oh, you're fine. It's okay.
So your dream VR headset, if you could build it, what would it be?
Here.
Well, I would definitely want to build a VR headset that can, see full body tracking. Like it had, like say, like the camera, like you have in front of a Oculus.
Mhm.
If it had it on the bottom too, that way it could see your body.
Mm-hmm.
When you move, your body moves in VR.
Gotcha. I know they're working on
So
it
that-
supposedly, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see down the road.
Basically, like have it that way. That way you don't have to have like a PC or a phone or something to see your body moving, but your headset can see your body moving.
Anything extra than that?
Probably like, I mean, kind of like what Trainer was saying, like better graphics.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know
Thank
what your
you.
VR game would be.
Oh yeah, what will be your like?
I know exactly.
What kind of
I know
VR
exactly
game
what
would
it
you
would be.
make? Like, what is your dream VR game that doesn't exist or you want it to exist or something?
It would be about
Well-
root beer.
It would be about root beer. That's Rec Room.
Well, I was actually thinking about this really hard when these guys were talking about theirs. But there's actually a game that's been in my childhood for a long time, and I would love to see this game as a VR game. I would love to see the first Kingdom Hearts game as a VR game. I
Wow.
would love to see that.
Ooh.
That would be amazing.
Wait, it's the game on Steam, right? Is it made with the Unreal Engine or no?
I know what
I don't know if it's on Steam or not.
If
'cause
it
was
was-
on.
So Kingdom Hearts is
it might be.
usually that game is usually a console game, not a Steam game. So
Awesome.
usually it's out on
Yeah, yeah.
PlayStation or Nintendo. But let me have a quick
Well, let me-
peek on Steam right now because I'm actually in there right now. Kingdom. Okay.
Dude.
So there's Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 to 2.5 remix. I don't know if it's one of those.
That's
Oh, yeah.
it.
So-
It's like the
I came
remake.
across.
Hear out,
Let me
Mr.
tell you
Bob. I know what he's gonna get into. Hear him out. You might like to hear what he's gonna say.
So, you know this thing called UEVR?
No.
So basically, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
So you can turn any game that uses the Unreal Engine 4 or 5
Any
into a VR game. Yes, for free. Only Unreal Engine games, though. I've done it with FNAF games. It has to use Unreal Engine 5, obviously. I've done it with the Joy of Creations, if y'all have seen that. I've done it with Hello Neighbor. I've done it with a whole bunch of games.
There's also
It's really cool.
There's also UEVR,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
another one.
basically converts any Unity game into VR as well.
Wait, there is two?
There's
I need
another-
that.
I know. I haven't downloaded them yet. Like, I really want to turn Pal World. Boo, Nintendo! Don't sue Pal World. Don't be a bully.
Hey.
They're suing Pal
No,
World.
there's
like,
one
what?
catch.
And
There's one catch.
You can turn into VR. Anyway, go ahead.
Even though the things are easy to use, you still have to tinker a little bit with it in order to get it perfect.
Right.
But I've turned the Joy Creations, that demo, into a VR game. You know, the hand that
Yeah,
does
yeah,
this, like, if y'all have seen that. I've disabled the hand entirely, and I made the flashlight grabbable with my right hand,
Whoa.
and made it to where I can just flicker it.
Oh, that's
I can
cool.
move it
Did
like an
not
actual
know you
VR
could do
hand. And you can also make the cursor to your mouse, or you can look freely. And it's just an entire 3D experience.
That's awesome. I mean, I've
You
heard
can
rumors you could
also
do that, but I didn't know it
grab
was
and
that
crap.
good. Wow.
Oh yeah, it's very good for a free software. And most games just work.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do tinkering with it. But if you want perfect, you have to do some tinkering. But
Yeah.
it just acts like
Right.
it was made for VR.
Because I use Vorpex. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but Vorpex basically can
Yeah, I
convert
know.
almost any
Heard
game
of it.
into VR. It's very, it can be
Yeah.
a rough experience, but it almost does any game.
Whoa,
I'm sorry,
hold
Arissa.
the
I just
phone,
can't fork
bro.
out $150.
While I was
I'm sorry.
customizing my character, everyone's voices was very glitchy while I was customizing my character. What happened?
You
Now
probably
your
lagged
voice
out.
is
You probably
Dang.
lagged out while you were doing all that.
No. I wasn't like that.
No, what I mean is when you're changing from like bean body to leg body, that can cause some glitches to actually occur. So
Hey.
I've seen it with other
Okay.
people too. Oh, go ahead, Fusion.
Well, this is a okay. I had another one too. This is a game that I wish I could create. But if there was a VR game I'd love to create, it'd be a supernatural type of based game where you literally get different missions and you're basically hunting monsters. Like werewolves, vampires, wendigos, all that type of stuff.
Oh my. That would be fun.
No,
especially
not
with
like
friends.
Monster Hunter. Not like Monster. Okay, for those out there, sorry, but I don't like Monster Hunter. I do not like that game. I hate it.
Oh yeah, say that.
Sorry.
It was like I
Had to
couldn't
say.
take it. To be fair,
No, you just contradicted yourself.
I actually, respectfully, I also don't like Monster Hunter. I will admit, it is a gorgeous game. It is
Yeah, respectfully.
beautiful.
How
It is
dare
so
you?
beautiful. But
Oh no.
I feel so
Yes,
guilty.
it is a beautiful game.
I feel so guilty killing some of those beautiful, beautiful monsters in that game. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Okay, well, for me, it's how long the battles are. Like,
Yeah,
it
that
takes so
too.
long to beat them. Like,
Like,
just would've
I had
beat them
some friends.
already,
I had
and
some
how
friends
slow the
like,
movements
hey,
are.
do you want to join me in Monster Hunter and spend an hour killing the final boss? And I'm like, what? Why? Why are you spending an entire hour fighting the final boss?
I've never played. I guess I have to play it now and see what happens.
I mean, let me know.
Go right ahead. I mean, go right ahead. But
Let me know how
I'm
you
gonna
like
be
it.
an
in my
old man
opinion,
before I beat
don't
it
like
again.
I'm one of them people like fast, like boss fights, like
Yeah,
fast moving games, not,
same.
like slow.
Same here. Like, I want the game progressing and moving forward. I don't want to be
Yes,
stuck in
yes.
like
No arms.
I spent my entire night fighting one boss. Like, great. I already have destiny for that, and I don't even know why I tolerate it sometimes.
Yeah.
Bro,
Is that it for you, Fusion, or do you have more?
Yeah. I mean, basically just a monster type of base game that's based on supernatural stuff. That's a game that
Would it be
that'd fun.
multiplayer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would be
Wait,
multiplayer.
I saw the echoes.
Like kind of like Phasmophobia a little bit,
Mhm.
but instead of like just ghosts and vampires, werewolves, windows, that type of stuff.
Gotcha. Interesting. All right, Mr.
Yeah.
Bob. I
Is
can
this
see
me or do I still have an echo on my mic?
you do, but
You
it's
still have an
minute.
echo.
It's minimal. It's not as bad as it was.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's why I was recommending you to use.
Okay, you guys want to see something weird? You
Uh,
guys want to see something weird?
Sure.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh
That
no!
looks disturbing, man.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Hey,
my.
the little Oompa Loompa, the Gooby Goober.
Oh
Were
no!
Zany's feelings hurt? I'm confused.
Oh no, Janie, I'm so sorry.
Oompa Loompa.
Oh, I think he legit
No,
crashed.
don't do doobie doo.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
That's fine.
no.
What?
Okay.
I thought
That's
you actually
so
left. I'm like,
funny.
"Play Monster Hunter, I'm out of here.
Right. How dare
Oh,
you.
Zany died. I'm just gonna take his place.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like,
Then, Mr. Bob, yeah, your turn. What's your dream VR headset that you would build?
All right, this is unique. I actually been thinking a lot about this.
Cool.
So instead of using PCs, but you can still use PC if you like, I was thinking of people making generators, or maybe a wireless generator that just processes everything for you in the VR set headset, and the only thing it does is connect via Wi-Fi. Because if you have a freaking RTX 490 in this thing, it's gonna be jacked as egg. Okay, it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah.
So you said have $1 trillion, or you said have $1 billion or something?
Unlimited. The whole point of this is
Yeah,
to
just-
be unlimited. Yeah.
All right. So if I had to make a VR headset, I would make something that is completely wireless, that is very good with Wi-Fi, even like without Ethernet, because I just believe in free movement. I don't even want a wire while I'm doing it. But yeah, just like a generator right next to you, and it's just doing the entire thing and processing it, and that's the big thing. Heck, it can be even in your wall.
Are
I don't know.
we talking about like
I'm
you
just saying
streaming
everything
from
over.
your PC to your VR headset, or are you talking about like streaming from servers to your headset?
It could be either way, but mainly just maybe a server and a PC. It could be a mix of both.
Okay,
But
so,
you can like connect to multiple things to it, like multiple headsets.
So you're talking about like what's it called? Desktop, VR desktop or Steam Link, but like 100 times better than those. That's what you're basically meaning.
Yes,
right?
and it's also personal use.
Personal use. What does that mean?
Okay. So basically, it's like a PC. You know, if you fit like a bunch of graphics in this thing, and it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be hard on your head. And I don't think shrinking him, like really shrunk, is really going to help anything. Just raw
Okay.
power is probably going to help out a lot more.
Yeah.
Because Oculus Quest can't do anything near as much as a PC can do at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like something that you
Tom.
could just put down, and it was just completely be streaming to you wirelessly. And if you want, you could also put a cord right next to it, I
Yeah.
guess. But I just highly don't recommend it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
a highly powerful PC/server that's right next to you, and you just have your headset right here. And also, it should be wide.
Mm-hmm.
It should feel light, but it should be like one of those Pimaxes.
I will
Just make it perfect.
I would like that. Like, because I can't use desktop VR. I can't use Steam Link because something is not working in there. I don't know what it is. But if I could just, click play, turn on, and just jump into Rec Room without this this cord right here that I'm holding right now.
It's literally that.
That'd be great.
It's literally that. Yeah. But it's just literally a server/PC to solve all your problems. It's dedicated to VR. It's personal use too, so it's encrypted data, obviously.
Yes, I like that. Thank you, Mr. Bob. Thank you for saying that. That means so much.
Yeah, I don't believe in people just selling them and they have access to it. I believe it needs to be encrypted and all that stuff. Be kind of like a game console without online support.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically that would be technically the future of VR. At least I hope. I'm not even joking. Of course that would be like $10,000 or something, right? But I would like there to be options lower and higher. Obviously, the headset itself shouldn't be anything more than maybe 500 because it doesn't have nearly as much supply. It's just literally just good lenses.
So
just good here.
The technology that you're talking about is not too far off, and it might actually come sooner than we expect. And theoretically, it should be dirt cheap. If it isn't dirt cheap, it's because somebody is cheating the system and charging us more.
Oh no!
So basically, quantum-based internet is about to become a thing. If you don't know what that means, research quantum dynamics. At the same time, too, storage, like digital storage, is about to become a billion times more sophisticated because what they're doing is they're using human DNA to store information and then to store it imagine an SD card where you download the information to the SD card, but once it's in the SD card, it then transfers it to human DNA, and human DNA can hold on to 1 billion tetrabytes. I don't even know
my name.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that volume is. 1 billion tetrabytes.
Oh my god!
You would never.
That just sounds good, just as long as it's not using actual living human DNA, maybe virus DNA.
So when I say DNA in general, probably give me 1 second, Trainer.
Hold on, Trainer.
Imagine if it was a strand of your hair, and it was inside the chip, and it's using that strand of hair of the DNA. So no, it's not using living tissue.
That
as
much,
far as I'm aware. No, it's nothing weird. It's actually pretty chill. Sorry, Trainer. What was up?
Didn't mean to bother or anything, but my friends were an invite. It's okay if I invite them?
No. Sorry.
So,
we only do one. That's actually one of the rules.
Just to be sure.
Yeah. We're almost done with the video here, though. Yeah, here in a little bit.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Wait, what?
What's a fusion?
Zany will not be coming back. He is losing internet so bad. And since we're almost done, he won't come back.
And Zany said the final bit too, which was good. So we're good.
All right, let me tell you.
Sure.
So, what would a future like that be like in your opinion? I'm just curious. Like, if you had a PC or /server like that, and just a VR headset with VPN and all that port,
I think it
like
would be
that, and just good internet.
Awesome. But what scares me is what kind of bad things people will do with that kind of technology. Sadly, that's what scares me.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always.
You can't access the PC or servers in my way. It's just the power.
Oh yeah. I totally get it. But now imagine if somebody used your idea to encrypt something illegal they're doing. See?
Oh, I see.
That's the problem. So there's always a good technology. Always brings these awesome good things, but then sadly in the background there's people using that technology that's meant for good things for bad things, and that's what's really, really sad. Even VR is starting to get into that phase, unfortunately. So, but no negativity in this podcast, not at the moment, anyway.
Yes, no negativity.
Yeah,
positive.
How would you feel if you had a
Positive
PC like that? I'm just curious.
Oh, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. As I said, I don't like having a cord like anybody. There's a lot of features that I would like to use, like the new Steam Link ability where you can just use your hands and you don't have to use remotes. I would love to use that like all the time. I can't because encryption. Facebook is literally waiting for me to turn on that internet signal to be able to spy on me. And even with all my defensive protocols in place, they might be able to sneak their way across certain pathways because they are smart too.
All right, now a game. Okay.
Yeah, what's your game?
I also like backwards compatibility, or AKA nostalgia. Like, I feel like we can take a step back without even feeling like a step back. Let me tell you what I mean. So retro arcade games, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So basically, it's a VR game where you
Like
walk
Hardman?
into an arcade game, and you're able to walk in and literally play these games without jumping into the experience. And maybe later on there could be an update where you actually could jump into the experience, but at its core, it's an arcade game.
Yeah.
It's basically nostalgia.
You're not
seriously.
the only one that has said that. There's a lot of people trying to do that right now. I think right now it's kind of like that situation where we talked about last podcast where it's like you can't play musical instruments because our hands are so bulky. But if maybe they fix that, or we can push buttons and move levers easier, it will be that would be epic. I would love that.
Pressing buttons.
Also, let me tell you. I actually love 8-bit styles more than realistic styles in some scenarios.
Why not
I'm not even
64
joking.
bits?
No, just more 8-bit to 16-bit. Look, I love retro games. I used to play them every day.
Nice.
Okay. Like, I had a Wii. That's it. I legit just had a Wii for the longest time until I actually got a Switch.
I was kind of the same way. I was stuck with like a dumb video game console forever until I was lucky enough to actually get a console. By the time I was almost 18 by that point, and it was just kind of like, oh well, that kind of defeats everything. So when I had the ability, I immediately went for the most modern day console I could get my hands on, and then
What was it?
I think at that time it was a PlayStation 3, I think.
I see. Continue.
Yeah. It was-
PlayStation.
Well, I say that, but it was coming to the end of its life phase. So I say PlayStation 3, but it was only for that final bit, and then the PlayStation 4 came out, and then obviously I got that because it was a better console. At the time, believe it or not, I hated PCs back then because I was like, PCs always complain, they whine, they never do what you tell them to, and then now I'm just a PC fanatic.
Was it because you was doing animation during that time?
PC.
I melted my motherboard.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I legit am taking every
It was a
single...
laptop. It was a laptop. I feel like I need to
Okay.
stress that. So-
Yeah, let me tell you. I'm legit taking every freaking precaution to make sure my PC's safe, okay?
Yeah.
It looks brand new.
Right.
I've washed that thing 3 times in 1 month one time. Like, I continuously make sure it's good. I take good care.
Like, I give my PC a bath every day. No, you're not supposed to wash it that way.
Seriously, my PC is expensive, dude.
I understand, man. I totally do.
But it's good because I don't have to constantly pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything more?
Let me tell you one more game. If I ever did make a realistic game, I don't believe there's no good anime games here, like anime VR games. There's none good, except for Zenith. I'm sorry, it's just there's not that
there's
many.
Zenith. There's Sword of Reverie.
I meant to be there's not
I don't
that
know.
many.
I don't know if it's any good though. I know they're still updating it.
Do you
There's
wanna make-
there's a few anime games out there. I just don't know how good they are.
Oh, I want a Dragon Ball Z.
I meant like there's not that many good ones. I'm sorry. I
Oh
rephrased
wait,
that.
here's an
But,
idea for you to make. Wait, may
What's
I make a suggestion? If you want to make like a VR game or something, have you tried making like a zombie apocalypse game, like Left 4 Dead style?
I think you're the one that wants to make that game.
No.
Yeah, I'm not too into
Leopard
it.
I was
Dead
just giving him
played
ideas. I was
years.
just
Oh,
giving him
gotcha.
ideas.
Gotcha.
Like
Like,
Call of Duty.
You know, Left 4 Dead style.
Call of Duty.
COD
Anyway,
Zombies,
let me tell you.
Something like that, you know.
Yeah, let me tell you. So in the future, you gave me an idea, but if I ever really get good at my art, and actually start drawing anime, I would find a modeler, a 3D modeler, or use AI if I have to. Sorry, guys. I would find somebody, and I would send him my drawings, and I would ask them to make those characters, and then afterwards, like I would just like build my worlds and not like make a story. If I ain't that good at stories, I would ask a person to help me out with that, and then I would just continually make that until we actually make maybe a fantasy style.
Mhm.
A fantasy style, no sci-fi. I don't actually like mixing that much, but just mainly fantasy with a mix of maybe a little bit of Jujutsu Kaisen.
If
you know what that is.
nice.
Like, I would say the
Zany,
character is
like,
actually
Zany,
able to
Mom,
die,
shut
but
up
he can
about
come
it,
back with a
Zany.
certain amount of lives.
Jujutsu
He come back
Kaisen.
with a certain amount of lives.
Yeah. Cool.
Hey.
Awesome.
Because let me tell you, the main character usually never really dies that much, except Jujutsu Kaisen. Like,
Not
completely
very
broke that
much. I
streak.
like. It's like okay.
Why are we talking about anime shows now? I thought we were talking about video games.
Because I'm kind of in between, and also my brothers and sisters are like all into anime, and I'm like kind of odd one out.
And we're all kind of into it too, to be fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that it?
Yep.
All right.
I hope they were
will-
interesting. Actually,
No,
like
it was. It was.
used my creative brain there.
I'm going to apologize in advance before I say mine, because
Oh no.
I can see a lot of
What are you
people.
gonna say?
I can see a lot of people getting mad at me for what I.
It's an
for-
AI
I
headset.
swear to God,
It's
if
an
you
AI
say some
headset.
out of pocket stuff, I'm leaving.
You might have to.
Oh
Anyway,
no!
so I would like to build a VR headset that is DIY.
Yep,
Do it
I'm
yourself.
leaving.
Do
Yep,
it
I'm
yourself.
leaving. Yep. Yep.
Too much for you?
Yep.
A buildable
Yeah.
headset. I already did that with Nintendo
Well,
Labo, so it's
well,
alright.
no,
I'm not
what I mean-
offended.
well,
It's
what I-
alright. I'm
well,
not
what I
offended.
Hey,
mean
good
is-
question.
What's
Ask
that?
your question. May I ask your question?
What's your question?
How?
Okay, so in case
He'll
you do
bring
not,
instructions.
first of all, in case you do not know, you can actually make do-it-yourself VR headsets on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube and you can actually watch tutorials on how to
Yeah.
do it.
Google Cardboard VR.
So no, maybe it's actually meant to be you're building a PC VR headset, so you do need a PC to hook it up to. And then it's kind of complicated, but you can do it. But what's unique with mine is
I'll be right back.
what I'm trying. Sure thing.
Controls.
What I'm trying to do is make a VR headset that you can build that is under $100. And then
And
what
the
I will
controls.
no the whole package less than $100.
This guy
the whole
Has
package.
made the ultimate budget
Uh,
VR headset.
now here's the problem.
Nah. I prefer Google VR.
Now here's the problem with do-it-yourself VR headsets. If you were to make one and try to play Rec Room on it or VR Chat, there's a 90 to 100% chance it will not work. It has something to do with the communications between your PC and Rec Room trying to like comprehend what type of VR headset you're using, and if it can't comprehend what type of headset you're using, it just will not work. That's it. It won't work.
Well, thanks, Captain Obvious.
Which is really annoying. There are some games that will work, but not all. So what's unique about my VR headset is that, and this connects to the second question, it only works with one VR game. And that's the VR game that I want to design. Now this is where things get obliteratingly crazy. This game is designed to be a massive single player MMO. In other words,
Yeah, you have your mind.
yeah, I'm out of my mind. Yes. So in other words, you do not
In the back
like
of
what
your
you said,
mind.
it's encrypted. You do not join a server with this MMO. What it is So you download this game for free because I don't. If I ever make this game, I don't want it to cost money. I want to upload it to the internet and then just let people download it for free. They download it to their headset. They have this massive open world they can explore. And then let's say Fusion also has the game. Fusion can join you. Trainer can join you on your device. Up to 30 players can join you on your device. No servers. Your headset.
Didn't you say it was single player?
It's single player in the sense that you don't need to play it in multiplayer. You can play it by yourself, but you do not need it to be servers. You don't even need internet. You can just play it as is. But if you want, you can
Then
host.
how the fuck can people join you?
Let him. He's getting to that.
So, okay, so in case you guys do not know, this already does exist. There are multiplayer games where your console is the server. Like if you ever played Ark Survival Evolved and you invite your friends over, you're not
Like the 3DS.
you're not going into a server playing that game. No, your console is the server. So that's what the headset I would design would be built for. It would be built for holding up to 30 players. Now, what is unique about this VR world is it is run by you. So I would technically I would program the lore, I would program the game and all that mess. But then you put an AI administrator. And what the AI administrator does is that it goes onto the internet, does research across the internet everywhere, and then comes back and makes an expansion for the game by itself. And then let's say, but this is where it gets unique. The AI for your game will make an expansion that is different compared to Fusion's game. So here's where things get interesting. Maybe your world, a meteorite comes from space, strikes the continent, and just creates a cataclysm. But society gets to grow technologically because they can use the meteorite to make technology. Now, Fusion's world is having a disease that is basically wiping out everybody. So Fusion goes to your world to join you, and you're like, and you being Mr. Bob, you're like, hey Fusion, check out my world, check out my cities and my technology. And he's like, and you're like,
I'll go to the Lego City.
I've cured every disease out there. And Fusion's like, my world, my version in my world has a really bad disease. Can I have the cure? And you're like, sure, here's the cure. And you can take the cure back to your server, and you can then heal your people in your server. Or you can take unique armor or unique weapons that would be in Mr. Bob's server into your server and vice versa. So there's reasons to go to other people's worlds because each person's world is unique compared to your own world. So basically the game is an eternity game. It's meant to go on forever because it will always get new expansions by the AI. The AI will always be creating new content, new stories, new everything. You can always play with up to 30 of your friends. Yeah, it is basically, and that one game will only run on the headset. And what's great is that it's free. So it will destroy the gaming, it will destroy basically all these greedy video game industries. It will annihilate them because everybody will want to play the free game that has free expansions for all time rather than paying, you know, a game that releases an expansion for like what, 30, 50, 70 bucks? 30, 50, 70 bucks?
Mm-hmm.
So that is my dream game, and that is my dream VR headset.
Wow.
I'll say something. I think my brain has been deep fried from knowledge.
Dang.
That's fair.
That's a very interesting idea.
Oh, so quick question. Are you a programmer? Can you actually make games?
No, I cannot make
maybe.
games, but so let's put it this way. I understand how to make games. I don't have the patience to make games. And I do not know coding very well. I can make games in Rec Room to an extent, but when it comes straight up to coding, like you're like, here's Unity or here's Unreal Engine, make me a game, and probably not. Probably not. I would do a lot of copy paste to make my game. What's that, Mr. Bab?
I just want to tell you something.
Sure.
Does the do it for a little while, then come back after a few months and doing it for a little bit more a strategy, or no, that will never work?
Oh, for making a video game?
No, I'm talking about just like learning coding.
Coding? I mean, I hear for people it works. Like what you just said, I hear that works. I've heard it from other
That's exactly what I'm doing. Like I'm just learning a little bit, going back, learning a little bit more, going back.
It is
I'm
so
learning C#.
complicated that it practically requires meditation to do that kind of thing. So yeah, it is. I
Oh,
hear
yeah.
you.
Man,
It's a good thing. I would like
So
to
what's
get
cool
into
is I
gaming,
understand it.
but I need to. There are so many films I want to do. If
Yeah,
maybe down the
Fusion are
road,
dead right now.
if maybe when I
Here,
go
let me
down the
say it.
road, I get bored like filmmaking, I might go into video game design. But for right now, I am not bored of filmmaking. I'm having a blast.
Here,
making
let me
movies.
tell you. Here's the coward's way out. Might like to say because he used this AI.
No.
Do you
No.
know ChatGPT?
Yes.
Oh,
You can literally just ask it and it'll give you the code.
No, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I will also use
Yeah.
the
Ew.
Unreal Engine and Unity store because you can actually buy the code to do certain things. So I would, and yes, I know a lot of people are like, Everest, stop using AI. I know, I can't help myself. Because
AI
Yeah, I would only use it to help me out personally.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Like you
kinda
can
like
also
what I-
ask it how to do
AI is
it.
gonna
It's like-
take over humanity.
It's like what I told you. I think
Oh
it's okay to use AI so long as somebody's job is not being sacrificed. So
So,
I can't
guys,
I can't afford to hire anybody. But let's say down the road I'm making
That's
like
completely
millions of dollars. Stop freaking using AI and hire somebody. Stop being lazy.
Oh my god! Imagine, hold on. If someone says like, "Stop using AI," it's the AI's gonna use your brains, and your response is gonna be, "Rise of Jumbotron 2."
Okay.
Yeah, I've only been using
In
AI
real
to
life,
help
Rise
me
of
out and
Jumbotron
improve
in
my
real
skills on C#.
Bro, the
That's
robots
the only thing
gonna
I've
take
been
over
using it for.
humanity, and then what the other people gonna say? Rise of Jumbotron.
I don't think sadly I don't think AI will take over humanity. I think it's more like
Hey, you know,
I think
Yeah,
it's
I know
more
it
like
it will never happen, but I was just gonna say it as a joke because of Rise of Jumbotron. Like I only use that as a joke.
I mean, I could
You
see it
know?
happening. Like, I don't know if you guys ever played the video game Horizon Zero Dawn. I could see AI taking over like that, where they basically make an army of robots just so that countries can go to war with each other, and then the code adapts in the AI, and then the AI just they can no longer control it because the AI did such a good job in fixing its firewall that eventually even the creators could not program it anymore because the firewall even blocked them. And then the AIs just went on killing everything because that's what they were programmed
Oh my
to do.
god! Just realized I forgot
Everest,
about
let me tell you
Ari,
something.
What's up?
voice
you
call
know,
exists.
you can also use AI as a teacher, right?
Yeah, I use
yeah.
I use AI way more than you would feel comfortable for.
Sometimes
fine.
If you knew what
ChatGPT
I've
might
used
mess up
AI
a little
for,
bit.
you would probably cringe a little bit.
Do you choose AI to make videos?
Let's
Don't
just
tell
say
me.
for the
Don't
time
you
being,
dare.
Oh,
let's just say
Don't
for the
you
time
dare.
being,
I found
what I
out.
do use it for is absolutely classified, and I'm certainly not saying it on camera.
Oh,
Not
you
today.
did
You
not.
will find out. You guys
You
will
did
find
not.
out one day.
Everest.
You guys will find
Everest.
out. What's
Yeah.
up?
You don't
I'll
tell
reveal
me.
one thing about me,
You
everybody.
don't tell me you actually
I
use
I
use
won't
AI
tell you.
for help.
I won't tell you.
Don't
worry.
tell me.
I won't tell you.
Don't tell
I won't tell you.
Everest. I swear to God, if you actually use AI for your videos, I'm gonna leave Rick Room.
Bleep, man. That's a bleep right there. Bleep right there.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Remember that future, Everest?
Yeah, censor.
So, what future?
Future Everest. You never say this to your future self when you're editing a video.
About what?
Anything. Like you just said that's a bleep right there. Like, you gotta tell that to
yeah,
yourself, or you just say it.
I will do that every now and then. I will be like, Everest, fix that in editing. I know you'll hate me later, but do it anyway. That's basically what I say.
Yeah. There was something weird I heard though. Let me tell y'all something. People been using AI to script their videos, and they also been using AI to actually edit their videos.
That's very low.
Actually, you know what? Let's end the podcast here because I like what you just
Oh,
did.
no.
I like what you just did there. Let's make next podcast about AI.
All right.
That would be a cool one, right?
You sure?
Yeah.
We can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we can
Please
do
don't tell me I figured it out.
I don't know what you figured it out, but give me a second. I need to let me wrap things up first. All right, world. Thank you very much for watching this podcast / stream, kind of, that was
Thanks for
on
watching,
Patreon.
everyone.
It was a mess. My internet
Here's a photo, Mr. Bob.
my internet kept
Actually,
crashing.
do you want me to reveal?
What's up?
You want me to reveal this or no?
Thanks for
I mean,
watching,
if
everyone.
you
That
want.
was quite
So
the
Mr. Bob basically
show.
just wants to show you guys he does have the new Bean Body Beta. So look at those fingers. Like, he can pick things up. He can move his fingers. His torso can bend. His face has more detail than usual. It's a little glitchy when you first equip it, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty
Your
impressive.
hands are also smaller.
Yeah.
You have noses.
You can add
No.
noses. You can add noses if you want.
Don't you dare.
No nose.
Look how big my nose is.
I don't see your nose,
What?
but I might be glitched
What?
out.
I don't see your nose.
Oh, okay.
It also
Oh, there it
ruins your
Ah!
character. Your character be looking like this
Oh, I see
until
your
you
nose.
edit
Yeah, I
it.
see your nose now. Yeah.
Oh my god, it reminds me of the full body avatars when they got released. It looks so cursed. That's what it reminds me of. Except it's beam body. It's like the roles has been switched. The body has been swapped.
That's cool.
All right,
though.
I'm done showing off now.
Wait, hold on.
And also, no
Before
one
you
has
end
it for
the
some
podcast,
reason.
Here's a what if. What if Rec Room used the full body avatars before beam bodies, like back in 2016? What if they used full bodies instead of like the beans?
I mean,
Like, what
They
if
probably
the
look
bodies
completely
have
different.
swapped?
I mean, they did have full bodies in
What if-
2015. They had full bodies in 2015. That's one thing that a lot of
That
people
was
don't
only the
realize.
posters.
No. Actual gameplay. 2015. They had full bodies. You can actually still find some footage on YouTube.
Okay, correction. Rec Room was in development in 2016, not 2015.
So 2016 was
No,
beta.
it was-
We're
it
talking
was
about
made in
alpha. We're talking
2016.
about alpha 2015. You couldn't play the game in 2015. But the devs did, because, you know, they're developing the game. So you can actually go on YouTube. I think you can even see it on their Discord page. You can actually see
don't have
that
Discord.
they started, it didn't look like this. It looked a lot crummier than this. But they wanted to start out with legs and arms. But to quote Gribbly, it was better to go with a bean body because they were in beta or alpha/beta. And if there was anything wrong, it was easier to patch a bean body than it would be a full body. It was just easier for the developers.
No, but that would be an interesting, like, what if situation. Like, what if, like, Rec Room made, like, full bodies instead of, like, beans? Like, what if they used that instead?
To be honest, I think
You know.
Rec Room would be in a better place, but that's my opinion.
It's like, it's like swap, like, in 2016, full body avatars was released. Bean avatars were released in March. Like, you know, the release day of the full body avatars. Like, what if they were swapped?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. Let me wrap this up and we can keep discussing
Yeah,
that
that's
because Mr. Bob has also AI questions and we are reaching almost an hour
AI,
alone with this
character
video.
AI or something?
So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this video. We will be back with another podcast next week, probably discussing AI. So if you guys like hearing about AI and its controversies and all that, definitely be sure to watch that. We're also probably going to release a brand new teaser trailer next week, so keep an eye on that. Absolutely
Welcome to
classified.
the Merry Midway.
And as always, I will see you guys in the rec room. Booyah!
Yeah! Ah, here!